Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium. I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I really like Fabinho, Peter, for whom versatility is one of his outstanding properties. I mean, we all know of his qualities in midfield, but it's his defensive nous wherever he plays.
And Nassr! Goal! Ittihad! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Ittihad make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Bellingham. That is ended up in no man's land. Bergwijn. And it's Fabinho. Diaby. Over to the right flank. And here's Bergwijn. He's got away. Oh, what has happened here? He's having a shot! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Brahim Diaz receives it in a wide position.
Madrid are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he is dashing away. And Nassr couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Mbappe, and he's got the beating of his man. He's had a shot! Off the post! And it's been hooked away.
Al Ittihad really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Chance for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bergwijn does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's picked his way through. They're urging him to... And the shots! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And it's in! Right back in the game! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Goes for a shot! And he gets rid in a hurry. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Tries to pass it through. And for the first half, that is that. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Madrid can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Danilo Pereira. Now it's Bergwijn. Mendy producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. He's in a good position here. Now there's a fine ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Shoots! Goal! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Oh, there's a genuine sense of tit for tat here, Peter. Neither side seems willing to back off here. This is a terrific watch.
Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Mbappe looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Tries a shot! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
And we have our very first corner. Bellingham! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Madrid will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Mastantuono just eases him off the ball.
Madrid nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's superb. And the shapes to shoot! And no mistake. We thought they were done, but never say never. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance. And we are already back underway. Madrid pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? And he's gone looking for safety. Now, can they get him away? Albishi. And here's En-Nesyri. Bergwijn. Chance, surely! And that is an energetic end to the first period of extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? The hostilities have already resumed. They have given it everything. It's been gruelling. But who will be standing at the very end? And it's Alaba. Closing in on goal. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Alaba. Camavinga. Spread it left. Garcia. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
It's a pretty loose pass. So there you have it, penalties. Well, Jim, what say you after all of this?
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
Nothing more the coaches can do. They, along with the rest of us, mere spectators, as we hit football's ultimate drama. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper.
Well, I think the keeper did very well to stay upright until the very end.
Ilenikena is the next man in the spotlight. Oh, great save! That is a great save! Howson, second to go. Made it look easy.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Bergwijn, second in line for them. Oh, sent him the wrong way. And he duly obliges. Alexander-Arnold is the third man to step forward. Never in doubt.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
We're on to number 3 here.
I think he instinctively knew the keeper was going to move.
So the 4th man in line walking up to the spot.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Albishi, 4th in their queue. And he's fired it in. We're tied at 3 each. Garcia, last of the original 5 to walk forward. Great penalty, outwitted the keeper.
It was well disguised. It gave no inkling as to where he was going on that.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Yes, that's how you do it. And the drama continues. Some can barely watch here. Every kick potentially pivotal. That's a brilliant read.
Well, I think he had the measure of that all the way, Peter, and he is pumped.
Lunin, now the only hope. Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
So is this to be lucky 7? We shall see. No! Denied remarkably! Oh, keeper looked very big there.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
And they have done it in sudden death.
Oh, just allow me to get my breath back a little here, Peter. What an ending. Fantastic.
So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their part in a terrific struggle, admirably at times. But when it all mattered, they have fallen ever so slightly short. So, Jim, quite a game. Decided in the end, in the only way it could have been.
Madrid really must be wondering how different this all could have been had they taken their chances, Peter. But it really was fine margins all round, I suppose. You know, having been on both ends of such results in my career, I can't help but feel for these boys.
Well, thanks to Jim. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Jorginho. The kind of player that can pass a team to death. At first, a lot of his passes seem a little safe and conservative, but they all serve a bigger purpose, slowly shifting the opposition from side to side. Once there is that little bit of space to work in, then the killer instinct usually kicks in, and he's able to deliver that decisive pass.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Well, we're on the way.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And it's made its way to him. Aimed beyond the defence. Big chance! Off the post. Goal! And there is your opener. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. That is good strength. And it's Jorginho. Good read, needed to be. And now they can clear their lines. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's a good ball out wide. Flamengo are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Threads one in. Oh, look at the space here. To the Cruz! And he's stuck it away. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that is about as cool as they come. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's found a way through. It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. Terrific effort! Harmlessly behind. Pohang Steelers are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Ki Sung-young. Can he latch on to this? He's shifting through the gears here. Swings it across. And it's been taken short. And it's played in. Oh, important interception. Well, we expected better, and so did he. A header! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Keeper's dealt with that. And the referee has blown for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Flamengo will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Back on the way then. Oh, he's played it in low, and he can thump it away. De la Cruz does have his name on the score sheet, of course. That's going wide left. That is lovely. Plenty to aim at. He's had a shot! Goal! Flamengo! And the comeback is complete. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Flamengo leading now.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Flamengo have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. De la Cruz tries to play it through. Ki Sung-young. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Lino. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Flamengo surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
De la Cruz. And he shoots! It's bounced back off the post. That's really well cleared.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 9, camisa 18, camisa 19.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Camisa 15, camisa 7. Substituição.
This looks promising, and he's managed to get free. Flings in across. Flamengo clearly now in lead preservation mode. And it's Lino. Knocks it into space. That's a nicely shaped ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
And a chance! And we have our very first corner. He leaps for it! He's hit it long. And now a sudden chance to counter. Barcola. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Backward it goes. And he's straight offside. That's destined for the flank. Has to go back here. Nice interception, well timed. Still goalless. And this is Ronaldo. So what can they make of this? Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Mayulu. And here's Ramos. Oh, he's found support out wide. Barcola receives it in a wide position. That's very neat. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Mane did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid.
Gonzalo Ramos! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Paris Saint-Germain have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Tries one from range. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Martinez. And it's Brozovic. And it's half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Paris Saint-Germain up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Paris Saint-Germain have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Paris Saint-Germain currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Paris Saint-Germain do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Hakimi. Oh, that's nice. Doué. He's cut it out. Brozovic. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Hangs it. Impressive jump. Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's going to go a long way.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, that's fabulous. That has been knocked clear. Could move up a gear here. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Barcola. That's tidy. He has found the way through. And he whips it in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Paris Saint-Germain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
He's shifting through the gears here. Shot a goal! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're up in the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
À leur place, le numéro 10, le numéro 7.
And the keeper beats it away. Very much into the last knockings. And here's Mane. And there goes the final whistle. Paris Saint-Germain have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I was expecting this game to be put to bed a lot earlier, especially when the opponents struggle to get back into it.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
So it's down to business here. Oh, that's superb. Chance, surely! Kim Yong-kwon. Andreas Pereira. Spread out to the left. He's found a way through. And the finish! Goal! Palmeiras! And Palmeiras score first! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a good ball out wide. Showing great feet there. He's shifting through the gears here. Hoisted in. And he's heaved it away. Palmeiras very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Andreas Pereira! And that is doing no harm at all.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that, if only he managed to retain his composure.
Lee. And it's Lee. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Real chance here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Ludvigsen. And that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Palmeiras go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Palmeiras, chance! That's going to go a long way.
Ulsan really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Palmeiras are still that goal to the good. Showing good feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Out towards the flank. And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Palmeiras with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, that's neat. Let's make sure that's not getting through. Ulsan HDFC have the chance to go the other way. He's picked his way through. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
He's on it, can he get away? Good ball, good take. And it's made it, and the shots!
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
Corner number 2 then.
Andreas Pereira, short.
And the shots!
Substituição.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's through here. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Real chance! Oh, he's hit the bar! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
Palmeiras, moments now away from seeing this one out. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
This looks promising. And that is well cleared. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, it may be smiles all round, Peter, but it's a game that's given the boss some food for thought. Good result, yes, but...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Takes a shot! And he nearly went all the way.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
And it's Sucic. Barella. Barella! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. That's good running with the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Bisek. Spread to the right. Now this could be a chance. It's a goal kick. Well, it's ended up in no man's land. And it's made its way to him. Real chance!
Jeonbuk really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
He has found the way through. Drills one in. And that should get the job done. Lovely ball. There's the shot! They've scored! And we have liftoff! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Well timed, excellent interception. Obadan, distributed tidily. Space for him to turn and look. DiMarco. Zielinski.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now it's Barella. And he is dashing away. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Inter Milan finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. Back underway then.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Inter Milan, still this single goal behind. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Sucic. 60 minutes played.
1953 spettatori.
Picked out brilliantly. Great ball, and he's in here.
Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Tura. Shoots! And that is wildly off target.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 32.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 7. Lasciano il campo per
Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Out of play for a throw. Gets a good foot in there. He's found a way through. Oh, such a clever touch.
Inter really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Inter Milan have reached the now or never stage.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He'll try from distance. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Inter really didn't do an awful lot right there. They did.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Begley.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, João Cancelo, will be key, Peter, I think. OK, he might not be the strongest defensively, but his pace, his crossing, the creativity he shows higher up the pitch, all of those are second to none, especially the way he exploits those half spaces to find telling passes. It more than makes up for the odd defensive wobble.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And we're underway. Gavi. It's run loose here. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lewandowski! He scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Barcelona breakthrough nice and early, just as they wanted it. Pau Kubasi cuts it out. And here's Lopez. Now it's Lewandowski. He's beaten the last man. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. More and more pressure on the ball here. Lanús are very much a team that like to work off a central target. Is that how you see them, Jim?
Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. They seem to have the right personnel, certainly on the delivery front. I'm sure there's a trigger to this, whether it's someone opening up the passing lanes or making a move into the box.
Salvio.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Some good persistent defending here. Can he get onto this? Lovely bit of skill. That's a good ball. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Gavi. Real chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Dani Olmo has got himself a free kick. And that was nowhere near his best. Dani Olmo. And here's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! Well, keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Deftly away. Bargi picks it up out wide. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Can he get on the end of this? Wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Barcelona up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Barcelona looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And we are back underway. Barcelona currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Now it's Rafinha, and he's managed to get free. And that's going right the way across. He is through here. Now it's Dani Olmo. They've got to be quick to recover this. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Can he get onto this? So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour. Lanús really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! And that really should have been that.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Martin producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Lewandowski being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up.
Chance! In he goes again! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Rafinha at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's a clearance, but not Salvio! And he's quick to get rid. And he's there to get it away. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Rafinha taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform.
And this is now today's lineup.
Plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Robertson.
And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Jarrett Bowen's rise to the top, Peter, is a nice story. It was a real tale of struggles with failed trials and clubs being dissolved, but those experiences have served him very well. And you see now in that never say die attitude he's developed, he's got boundless enthusiasm, the very epitome now of how togetherness trumps individual talent.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Jones. Szoboszlai. He's on it. Can he get away? That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Szoboszlai! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, sweet feet. And here comes the corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's Jones. Tries a shot! And that is wildly off target.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Liverpool are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Szoboszlai. Wirtz. Bowen. Can he spark a counter here? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Gakpo. Now it's McAllister. Gives it back.
That's good pressure.
Oh, he's having a go! Wide, but only just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Looking for the run. And it's Wirtz. Oh, nice touch. And it's made its way to him. And he's got away from him. Mavropanos, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Tries to thread one through. Somerville showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That is lovely. He's having a hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so... And the referee has signalled for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, and I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, big chance! Marvellous goal!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Liverpool have broken through. It's 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Szoboszlai. Diouf. Stood up well to him there. And it's Salah. And he's heaved it away. And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Gakpo. He has found the way through. And it's played in. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Wirtz looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Isak. And this is Mohamed Salah. Goes for a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Coming on the field is number 14, Chiesa.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bowen. There they go, hunting in packs. Liverpool perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
He's under a lot of pressure there.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Liverpool have opted to make another change here. Wirtz taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated. West Ham really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Referee's given a throw. Chiesa receives it in a wide position. Oh, that's neat. Flashes it across. Oh, well played, well played. Somerville. Very much into the last knockings. Noni. And it's McAllister. And it's Robertson. Shooting chance! And that's a tiny finish. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Liverpool have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And here's Castellanos. He's looking wide. Well, now here... That's that, the end. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Your reflections then, Jim?
Liverpool definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked, whether it was link-up play, running in...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
And now, lining up
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
It certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
So we're up and running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his...
Impressive jump! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Over to the right flank.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Madrid. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Plays a sharp little ball here. Showing good feet. White. He's shifting through the gears here. And he can clear it away. Aims beyond the defence. He's through here. He's found a way through. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
The ball is bounced loose now. He's picked his way through. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, this is a great position. Arsenal are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Pellegrino. And he's had it nicked away. Great ball, and Havertz! Goal! Arsenal! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now it's Eze. Rice. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Knocks it into space. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Arsenal go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Arsenal looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. Chance, surely! And he couldn't quite find the target.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
Ødegaard. Now it's Eze. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Eze. Arsenal are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Subimendi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Havertz. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Great defending, strong and determined. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to play it through. Takes a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Eze, number 20, Madueke. Coming on the field, number 19, Trossard.
Arsenal leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Oh, good spread. Boca Juniors have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Saliba, quality ball. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Great vision. Saka. Rice. Real chance! And that's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Arsenal are making a change now.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Arsenal have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
That's a good ball out wide. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Rice taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfect.